Ever entertained the idea of this meet halfway mantra in relationships? You know, the magical formula for splitting everything right down the middle. It's like a sitcom plot, but with bills and responsibilities instead of punchlines. But hold on, could this ingenious concept dim a man's provider instincts? The notion that meeting a man halfway, basically wrapping him in an equality blanket, might just rob him of his superhero vibes. But what's this meet halfway jazz, you ask? It's not just about slicing up the chores evenly. It's potentially about pressing the snooze button on a guy's ambition. Yup, turns out this fair share fairy tale might not be all sunshine and rainbows. It could sneakily convince a man that he's done enough, making him forget to strive for greatness in taking care of his partner. Who knew fairness could be such a sneaky troublemaker? The real heart of the matter lies in understanding the less than ideal effects of this equality babying. It might seem like the ultimate fairness recipe, but it could also be the secret sauce that dulls a guy's sense of mission and spark in a relationship. So, delightful rebels, let's unpack this puzzling concept together, eh? We'll explore how balance in a relationship isn't just about splitting things, but finding that sweet spot where support thrives without turning anyone into a household couch potato. Understanding meeting halfway and the impact on masculine drive. Let's take a moment to define this babying in relationships. When we talk about babying a man, it's not about treating him like an actual baby. No diapers involved. Instead, it's about unintentionally making things too easy for him. It's like giving someone the answers to a test instead of letting them figure it out themselves. Meeting halfway can sometimes create an imbalance. Imagine a seesaw. If one side has more weight, it's not a fair ride, right? Similarly, when we split everything right in the middle, it might seem fair, but it can throw off the balance of responsibilities. It's like trying to divide a pizza into equal slices when one person is way hungrier than the other. Someone ends up feeling shortchanged, and it might not feel quite right. This imbalance could lead to a situation where one person feels they're carrying more weight than the other. Imagine being on a team where one player does most of the work while the other kicks back. It's not a winning strategy for a healthy relationship. When we baby someone by meeting them halfway on everything, it can unintentionally create this lopsided dynamic. Now let's dive into the importance of a man's drive to provide. Think of it like a superhero's mission. It's not just about saving the day. It's about finding purpose in doing so. For many guys, being able to provide for their partner is like their superpower. It's not just about money. It's about feeling valued and having a sense of purpose. When a man feels like he's contributing to the relationship, it's like giving him a cape and letting him fly. It boosts his confidence and self-worth. You see, it's not just about the paycheck or the chores. It's about that feeling of being needed and respected for what he brings to the table. This drive to provide isn't just about meeting basic needs. It's deeper than that. It's about fulfilling a role that's been wired into many guys since, well, forever. It's like a puzzle piece that fits perfectly into their sense of identity. When that piece is in place, everything seems to click. But when it's missing or dulled down by being babied in a relationship, it's like trying to solve a puzzle without that crucial piece. It just doesn't quite work. Share this insightful video. Let's reach 1,000 subscribers together and empower more lives. Preventing him from hunting and providing. So let's unravel how this babying might accidentally put a lid on a man's drive to go after his goals. Picture this. When everything's split right down the middle, it's like someone handing out trophies just for showing up. But life doesn't work that way, right? When everything's made too easy, it can take away the challenge. When a guy feels like he doesn't have to stretch himself because everything is handed to him on a silver platter, it's like taking away the thrill of the chase. It's that chase, the pursuit of goals and dreams, that keeps the fire burning inside. But when the challenges are taken away, that fire might just flicker out. Think of it like playing a video game with cheat codes. At first, it's fun to breeze through levels without any effort, but soon enough, it gets boring. That's kind of what happens when a man feels like he doesn't have to work hard to provide for his partner. It's not about making life harder, but about keeping that drive alive. So meeting halfway might accidentally dull that spark, making a guy lose sight of his ambitions. It's like taking away the hurdles in a race. It might seem easier, but the thrill of crossing the finish line just isn't the same without those hurdles to leap over. So, radiant rebels, let's zoom in on how this lack of challenge might mess with a man's work ethic and ambition. Imagine having a game with no levels to conquer or a book with no plot twists. It's a bit like that. When there's no challenge, things can get a tad boring. When a guy feels like he's not needed to put in the extra effort, it's like taking away the fuel for his ambition. That extra push, that feeling of striving for something bigger, it's what keeps the engine running. But when everything is handed to him, that drive might just run out of gas. Consider it like aiming for a trophy without having to train or compete. It might sound cool at first, but it takes away the thrill of winning. It's the same with providing in a relationship. When there's no challenge, it's harder to feel that sense of accomplishment. And without that feeling, the motivation to keep going might fade away. So, meeting halfway without leaving room for a little challenge might unintentionally dim a guy's motivation to work hard and provide for his partner. It's not about making life harder for him, but about keeping that spark alive, the spark that makes him feel like a hero in his own story. The consequences of enabling dependence. Let's explore how this meeting halfway thing might unintentionally create a bit of dependency. Picture this. When everything's split evenly, it's like having training wheels on a bike for too long. Sure, it's safe, but it also delays learning how to ride solo. When a guy gets used to having everything met halfway, it's like building a comfy nest where he doesn't need to spread his wings. Take finances, for instance. If he's always used to someone else footing half the bill, he might not learn the ropes of managing money independently. It's like skipping the lessons and jumping straight to the test. Imagine being so used to someone else handling tasks that you forget how to do them yourself. It's like having a personal chef and suddenly forgetting how to make toast. This dependency might seem harmless at first, but it could gradually erode a guy's sense of self-reliance. Take chores, for instance. If everything's always split down the middle, he might not feel the need to step up when things need fixing or handling. It's like having a superhero suit but never feeling the need to wear it because everything's taken care of. So, meeting halfway could unintentionally create this reliance on someone else, making a guy forget how to do things on his own. It's not about avoiding help, but about striking that balance where both partners can handle things independently while still supporting each other. Let's delve into the delicate balance between enabling and supporting in a relationship. Picture a tightrope walker trying to find their footing. It's about finding that sweet spot between lending a hand and doing all the work. Enabling someone in a relationship is like holding an umbrella over them all the time. Sure, it keeps them dry, but they never learn to handle a little rain themselves. It's like doing someone's homework instead of helping them understand it. It might get the grades, but it won't build the smarts. On the flip side, supporting someone is more like being a cheerleader on the sidelines. You're there to lift them up when they need it, but you're not carrying them across the finish line. It's about giving a hand up, not doing everything for them. Enabling can create an imbalance where one person ends up shouldering most of the load. It's like a backpacker carrying all the gear while the other person strolls along empty-handed. This imbalance can strain the relationship, leaving one partner feeling overwhelmed and the other feeling underappreciated. Support, on the other hand, creates a balance where both partners contribute. It's like a dance where both lead and follow at different times, making sure no one gets left behind. It's about recognizing each other's strengths and weaknesses and working together to fill in the gaps. So, radiant rebels, the key lies in finding that balance between enabling and supporting, where both partners can thrive together without anyone feeling weighed down or left in the shadows. Encouraging independence and partnership. All right, rebels, let's chat about the beauty of fostering self-reliance in a partner. It's like planting a seed and watching it grow into a mighty oak tree. You want your partner to stand tall on their own, not stay a little sapling forever. Think about it this way. If you always tie someone's shoelaces, they'll never learn to do it themselves. It's like being a permanent shoe assistant, and trust me, no one wants that job. When you encourage self-reliance, it's like handing them the reins of their life. It's not about being hands-off, but giving them the tools to steer their own ship. It's like being a coach, cheering them on while they navigate life's twists and turns. Supporting self-reliance doesn't mean leaving your partner stranded on a desert island. It's more like being their co-captain on a ship. You're there to navigate storms together, not row their boat while they take a nap. Encouraging self-reliance in a partner is a bit like teaching someone to ride a bike. You start with training wheels, but eventually they need to pedal on their own. It's about being there for the wobbly starts, but letting them find their balance without hovering over them forever. Remember, your thoughts and experiences matter. Feel free to share your journey or insights in the comments below. And if you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay tuned for more empowering content. Your support means the world. So, radiant rebels, fostering self-reliance in a partner is about finding that sweet spot, supporting them without holding their hand every step of the way. After all, you want a partner who can stand tall beside you, not someone who's perpetually stuck in a dependency loop, right? Let's talk about the golden rule in relationships, mutual respect and equality. It's like being in a rock band where everyone gets their moment to shine. It's all about teamwork. In a healthy partnership, it's not about one person carrying the whole tune while the other hums along quietly. It's more like a beautiful duet where both voices harmonize together. It's about recognizing each other's strengths and lifting each other up, not one person hogging the spotlight. Dependency can sometimes sneak in like an uninvited guest at a party. But in a true partnership, it's more about sharing the dance floor rather than having one person do all the fancy footwork while the other sits on the sidelines. Equality is like having a fair game. It's not about one player holding all the cards. It's about dealing them out evenly and playing together as a team. It's about having a relationship where both partners have a voice, make decisions together, and feel like they're on equal ground. So, radiant rebels, remember, it's all about partnership over dependency. It's like cooking a delicious meal together. Everyone brings something to the table, making the whole experience richer and more satisfying. When both partners feel valued and respected, that's when the relationship hits all the right notes. Strategies to avoid babying and nurturing masculine drive. All right, radiant rebels, let's talk about the role of challenges in our growth. It's like adding seasoning to a dish, making it more flavorful. Challenges aren't those scary monsters under the bed. They're more like puzzles waiting to be solved or levels in a video game that make it worth playing. Think about it like this. When you're learning to ride a bike, it's the wobbles and falls that help you pedal better. Challenges work a bit like those training wheels. They keep us steady until we're ready to ride without them. It's like saying, "Hey life, throw something at me. I've got this." Challenges push us out of our comfort zone, but they're not meant to be like jumping into a pit without a safety net. It's more like jumping on a trampoline. There's a bounce back. They make us stretch, grow, and become stronger. Plus, they make for great stories later on. Imagine life as a book. Challenges are the plot twists that keep us hooked. Sure, you might not always know how the story will end, but it's the unexpected turns that make it interesting. Challenges are like those plot twists. They keep things exciting and help us discover new chapters of ourselves. So, encouraging healthy challenges isn't about making life harder, it's about adding those spicy moments that make the whole journey a flavorful adventure. Embrace those challenges, Radiant Rebels. They're the secret ingredients in your recipe for personal growth. Alright, Radiant Rebels, let's dive into the importance of having your own goals within a relationship. It's like having your own special superhero mission while still being part of the Avengers team. It's not about flying solo in your superhero suit. It's about having your own cape to fly with the squad. Think of it like having your own garden patch in a big community garden. It's about nurturing your plants while enjoying the fruits of the collective harvest. Your goals are like those plants. Tending to them keeps your personal garden vibrant and thriving. Having individual goals within a relationship is like having your own theme song in a movie. It adds depth and richness to the soundtrack of your life together. It's not about drowning out the harmony, it's about adding your unique melody to the symphony. Imagine life as a buffet. You've got your own plate, but you're also sharing dishes with others. Your personal goals are like picking your favorite treats at the buffet. It's what makes your plate satisfying, but you're still enjoying the meal with others. So, fostering a sense of purpose within a relationship isn't about hogging the spotlight with your goals. It's about adding your colors to the shared canvas of your partnership. It's like painting your own strokes while contributing to a masterpiece together. After all, a vibrant painting has a mix of hues that make it beautiful. Radiant Rebels, let's circle back to the vital point here. It's all about balance in the relationship realm. It's like a seesaw at the park. You want both sides to go up and down, not have one stuck in the air while the other's glued to the ground. Encouraging without fostering dependence is like being the wind beneath someone's wings without turning into their personal air conditioner. It's about giving them a gentle push when needed, not blowing them off course. Healthy dynamics in a relationship are like a well-mixed smoothie. All the ingredients work together to make it tasty. It's not about throwing in too much of one thing and overpowering the flavor. It's about getting that perfect blend where both partners complement each other. Advocating for growth and drive within relationships is like being a cheerleader for your partner's marathon. You're there at every mile, cheering them on, but you're not running the race for them. It's about offering support without taking over the track. That being said, finding that sweet spot where encouragement meets independence is the secret sauce for a thriving relationship garden. It's like watering the plants just enough. They grow strong and tall without relying too much on the watering can. So, Radiant Rebels, remember, it's all about nurturing each other's growth without becoming each other's crutches.